Alright, how's it going, guys? So we are here back yet again. I'm finally getting around to showing off how I turn Arch Linux into a custom CachyOS, and how I'm going to use the CachyOS repos to install my Nvidia drivers and make it a nice, simple process. Now, to start off, we're going to go to our browser here. We're going to Google CachyOS repos. First result's going to be CachyOS optimized repositories, and they've got a nice thing here. And from there, we're going to open console. We're going to sudo pacman. Or no, I'm not going to do any of that. Getting ahead of myself. We're going to hit Control-Shift-V. Then we're going to hit Enter. I don't know why it glitched out there. We're going to do that again. There we go. Seems it's working now. Now we're going to hit yes. Yes. And now we've got a whole bunch of packages here that's trying to update all these packages. We're going to hit yes to that because it's going to give us basically the CachyOS packages that are optimized for our CPU architecture. Now some people are going to ask, why not just install CachyOS? Well, CachyOS has its own specific version of Plasma that it maintains. I prefer the vanilla Arch version over that. They also install some things by default that I just don't want. So those are the two main things. Plus, I've heard other people say and stuff like they've run into certain weird issues on CachyOS that they don't run into on vanilla Arch with the Cachy repos. So, I mean, I take that with a grain of salt because I've used CachyOS and I have had no such problems, but I just prefer doing it this way. Clear, and then I'm going to install some packages. Pacman-s, CachyOS, Kernel, Manager, CachyOS, hello, Octopi, Kitty, Image, Magic, Fast Fetch, Falcon D, and systems, CTL, enable. Now I've got the because I was having an issue for the longest time when I installed Arch, where Nouveau was causing SDDM to core dump. So the workaround I found for that was to use LightDM as my greeter. So we're gonna fix that now. So we're gonna do sudo pacman-rns LightDM slick greeter. And then we're gonna do sudo systemctl disable LightDM. And then we're gonna do sudo systemctl enable SDDM. So now all LightDM and its dependencies are gone, and SDDM is back to being reinstated. And then we're gonna do, now this is where we install our Nvidia drivers, and watch how simple this is about to be. We're gonna do sudo chwd-a. And now this is going to automatically detect my 4080 Super, and it's going to automatically install all the packages I need for my Nvidia driver, and it's going to get that installed, and that's going to update with my system as the driver updates. Successfully installed Nvidia Open DKMS. So there you go, Nvidia drivers installed. We're going to do sudo pacman-s peru vestop grub hook. What grub hook's going to do is it's going to basically make it every time there's an update to the kernel or the kernel changes, it's automatically going to update my grub config. And then we're going to launch the CachyOS kernel manager. And then I'm going to select CachyOS bohr. And I'm going to hit execute. If I could type my password, that would be cool. There we go. This is going to install. And we're going to go to CachyOS hello, we're going to open apps and tweaks, we're going to enable this. I don't know why, but when I have a USB drive plugged up to my front ports, it like interferes with my keyboard, because my keyboard's wireless, but I don't know why it doesn't. So we're going to hit 1, yes. is enabled. Sudo pacman -s CachyOS rate mirrors. You know what we can do real quick? We're gonna do gate. Now we're gonna rate our CachyOS mirrors, get the fastest connection to the CachyOS repos as possible. Hit install gaming packages. This is going to install all the packages we need for gaming on Linux. And there you go. That is it. We're pretty much set up. I could go log into Steam. Well, I need to reboot first before I do anything. I've done a lot of stuff here, and I need to make sure my Nvidia drivers kick in and all that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I do apologize for the lower video quality I'm sure that is going to be present here. That's because I'm running on the open source Nouveau drivers, which obviously kind of suck. So I'm not able to use my GPU hardware acceleration for my video encoding. It's strictly running off the software encoder, so I'm sure the video quality is not as good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're all set up here. NVIDIA drivers are installed. I'm going to reboot and set up my desktop, and yeah, that's it. It is that simple, ladies and gentlemen, to get Arch Linux ready for gaming. And that is how I do it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.